CFA Level 1 May 2024 candidates, with exactly a month left for your exam, do you want to know 10 key tips that I followed in the last 1 month that helped me pass my CFA Level 1? And keep watching. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Tanishka and I hope you all are doing good. Today's video, especially for my May CFA Level 1 2024 viewers, I am going to be sharing with you 10 key strategy tips that helped me pass my CFA Level 1. It has also helped a lot of other people, so I really think that you should focus on it. So let's get straight to it. But before that, if you're new to this channel, then please take 1 second and hit the subscribe button, guys. I really need your help to grow. So if you've ever liked my work, even itusa, then please subscribe to the channel. And if you're already a part of this channel, and thank you so much for joining me in my journey. I hope we stay together till the end of time. So, CFA Level 1 May 2024 candidates, only 1 month left for your exam. I'm sure at this time all the butterflies have found their address in your tummy, and it's normal. It's good because honestly, that slight nervousness, that slight anticipation is what's gonna make you achieve. It's what's gonna fuel your passion to get something in life. So, it's a good feeling. Just don't let it ever overpower it. Anyways, coming to the key tips that I want to share with you, starting with number 1, it is a good time to have completed your first detailed reading as of today. Maximum completed by April 21 for people who have their exam between May 15 to May 18. For people who have the exam after May 18th, you can take up till April 25, but please do not take more time than that. Within this period, please complete your first detailed reading. What exactly is a first detailed reading? That means you have already understood the chapter either through a lecture or through reading. You have read through Shweza, solved blue box questions of Shweza, end of chapter Shweza questions, end of chapter curriculum questions. This 5-step process is what completes one detailed reading, and of course having notes of that chapter, that is extremely essential. Okay, so make sure that you're done with it by now, all 10 subjects, at least once you have done a detailed reading of it. If not, keep a target of April 21 for people who have a shorter exam, nearer exam date, and for the people who have a later exam date, April 25 at the latest, because you will need a minimum of 3 to 4 weeks for your revision. So that is point number 1. Point number 2 is very, very important, and I keep saying it: ethics every single day from now on. Literally from the moment you see this video, if possible even before you see this video, till 1 day before your exam, you need to practice minimum 10 to 15 questions of ethics every single day. Like a ritual, the moment you start studying, you should start with that. First, remove 10-15 questions of ethics and then study whatever you want. That is that important. Please don't take it lightly. I know for a lot of people you feel like ethics is very easy, but you don't know how tricky the exam questions can get. And literally the only way to tackle it is through practice. There is no other way. In case any of you have not yet studied ethics, or you're not getting what the standards are, then I had made a 3-video series that I'm going to add in the link. I'm going to add the link in the description. Basically a 3-video series where I've explained all 7 standards in very, very simple, easy to understand, example based format. So in case you want to check that out, you can check that out as well. Point number 3, once you complete your first detailed reading, you will now focus on cumulative revision. What is cumulative revision? In very simple languages, suppose today I start studying ethics and then I start solving ethics questions. Great. Tomorrow my day will start with practicing ethics questions and then start revising another subject, say alternative investments. So my third day would be solving ethics questions, completing alternative investments. My fourth day would be solving ethics questions. Since I'm done with alternative investments, then solving alternative investment questions and studying my third subject, say eco. Then suppose I complete eco also, then my fourth day will be solving ethics questions, solving AI questions, solving eco questions, and studying the 4th chapter. So basically you accumulate each subject and pile it up so that you can retain all 10 subjects together. So this is like the key goal, to retain all 10 subjects, cumulative revision. And this revision, as much as possible, should be done in an ascending order. That is, from the subject that you started studying. Suppose you had started studying, or your subject sequence was quants, then fixed income, then derivatives, then AI, then your revision should also go in the same pattern. What you did first or what you will revise first. Because remember, that's done the sabse pehle. So even your memory needs to be recollected for that as soon as possible. The only exception I would add here is for FSA. Try to get FSA done first. Right? If you've studied FSA last, then great, you can just start solving questions because you really just have done it. If not, then make sure that your first revision is of FSA, because it is too large. If you keep it for the end, it will just induce a lot of anxiety. It is always smarter to finish the hard things first, right? So FSA को exclude करके everything else you'll follow the exact same pattern that you started studying with. Points number 4, and a lot of people may agree to this, may not agree to this, but I'm a very core believer. From the time you start your revision, so from April 21 or April 25th, whatever date you're taking, do not learn a new concept then. It will get very, very messy. अगर कोई चीज़ है जो आपको properly नहीं समझी, you've not really understood it, or you feel like, I've read it but something is not getting right, then at this point, my recommendation would be study it from exam perspective only. Like as much as कि एग्जाम में थोड़ा बहुत आ जाए, that much. Don't try to get so much in depth in it. At this point, that's not the thing you should do. Focus on your strengths. Play on your strengths always. If you try to learn something new once you're revising in the last 3 weeks, you might end up forgetting the larger chunk that you know, because you're trying to get so in depth into something that you might, completely your mind may start shutting out all old information, and that is not what we want. Point number 5, and very, very, very underrated. At this point onwards, all your practice should be from the institute material only. Candidate resources, end of chapter curriculum questions, CFA institute mocks, these are your primary practice places. Remember one thing, very, very basic. The institute is setting the paper. Whose material would be better than theirs? Literally nobody. I'm not against any teacher material, any Shweza material. I myself use Shweza. I myself go to a teacher, so I use their material. But in the last 1 month, your main focus and only focus should be completely exploiting and using the institute material. Like I said, they are the ones setting the paper. Literally nobody can have better material than them. So only and only focus on institute material, right? Next point, fix your time schedule from now onwards. You have 1 month. We really, really do not pay enough weightage to this. So for example, if your exam is in the morning, you chose the morning slot at 9 a.m., but you are not used to waking up at that time, or you are used to studying in the night, and your brain starts getting activated from like 4 p.m., 5 p.m. onwards, then no matter how well you have prepared it, on the exam day you will end up messing everything, because your brain would be asleep or in non-active mode. So train your brain to be in an active mode during the exam time from now onwards. 1 month is a good enough time. Whatever your time slot is, if it's an afternoon time slot and you're used to being a morning person, then start training your brain to be more active at 4 p.m. That is very, very important. Start fixing your routine basis your exam, right? Point number 7, and very, very important again, please do not think of deferral purely out of anxiety. I know at this point a lot of you will be like, you know what, I just want to defer my exam. I can't remember 10 subjects together. Itna pada to bhi yaad nahi aa raha. I'm not scoring enough. I'm not doing enough. It's fine. It's really, really fine. You need to have faith in yourself. It's okay if you're not scoring enough in practice questions, as long as you are spending time to understand what went wrong, and you are understanding what went wrong. That is important. You can get a 0 in your practice questions, it's fine. Exam में 0 नहीं लाना, तो सारे zeros अभी ला दो ना, जितने भी लाने हैं, so that अभी गलतियां करो, अभी देखो क्या mistake हो, and exam में वो mistakes repeat नहीं होनी चाहिए. So please do not think of deferring your exam purely on the basis of anxiety. Keep that as a very, very rational decision. I know a lot of you need to defer your exam due to some personal reasons. You're waiting for that video that will also be out very, very soon. We're waiting for the institute to announce their deferral policy for May 2024. Points number 8, and I know something that you all are waiting for, is mocks. Minimum of 2 mocks should be done, and if you can do more, that's your personal choice, but minimum 2 is something I suggest from the institute material. Please, I will not say this again, but institute material is king at this point. So if you're practicing mocks from any other material, that's not counted. 2 institute material mocks should be counted, and do the mocks with the aim that you are sitting for the exam, that you are getting used to sitting at one place for 2.5 hours, that your brain is getting used to sitting in one place and solving questions continuously for 2.5 hours, because on the exam day, brain fatigue is very, very common. So to avoid that, mocks will help. That practice now only sitting for 2.5 hours, keep a timer on, make sure when the timer ends, you're not solving anything else anymore. That's how you'll punish yourself also, but that's how it is. Mocks need to be done like a proper exam, so that your mind and body is already getting aligned to it, right? So minimum 2 and institute material. And one pro tip here I'm gonna add, if it is possible, do not do it if it induces anxiety in you. I do it all the time. Do one mock 1 day before your exam, 1 or 2 days before your exam. It's like such a wholesome revision. You don't need to study anything. one mock will cover anything. It's so random. It's like, you're just revising. But only do this if it does not induce too much anxiety within you. For me, it's always worked, because I feel like, on the last day, I'm like, kya padhu? There are 10 subjects. How much can I study in a day? So I just do a mock. It's like, surprise me. I'm checking how aware am I. So that's what I do. If it works for you, then do it. Else, please avoid. Else, what you can do is do it 1 week before your exam. Point number 9, again, very, very underrated. Not many people talk about it. Your mind needs to be balanced on the exam day. Your mind needs to be sharp. A lot of times, what happens is people have studied so well, they know everything, but because they are not alert at that time, or because their mind is not sharp enough to catch what the question really wants, they end up failing the exam. So, your CFA is literally a mind game. I always tell people this. It's all about the mind. They're just testing your mind. They're playing with your mind. So, your mind needs to be sharp, and for that reason, I always suggest, from the last 1 month, from today is a good day to start, play any mind sharpening game 10 to 15 minutes every single day. So download a Sudoku, number matching, word puzzle, anything that really sharpens your mind. Think like your mind is a pencil and it needs to be sharpened. And I know you'll be like, kya tip hai? It really, really works. I have done it in level 1, I've done it in level 2, and it has always mind blowingly worked, right? 10 to 15 minutes, don't get addicted to it, but you need to keep your mind very, very sharp, and that happens by playing these games. We really underrate it. And last but not the least, point number 10, the most important point is trust your instincts. Please trust your instincts. You know what you've studied, you know what you know how to tackle the exam. Believe in yourself. You don't need to believe in anybody else, not even me if needed. It's you who you need to believe in. End of the day, follow your strategy. If there's anything from these points that you feel like, but I'm not very good at this, I prefer doing it this way, then please do it that way, because that will work better for you. Always, always, always trust your instincts the most. Believe me, they are guiding you towards success. And with that, we have ended this video. काफी लंबा video हो गया, but I hope you guys have liked it and you guys have benefited from it. If you guys have any more questions related to this, or you want me to make a specific video on any specific topic, not like explaining a topic, but like what to expect on the exam or something like that, and let me know in the comment section and I'll definitely do it. And believe me, I'm already so proud of you, because like I always say, not a lot of people have the courage to even stand where you're standing, to make the sacrifices that you've done, to arrange for the resources that you've done, and to be sitting for something that you have no idea will do what for you. So all the very best to each one of you. I know you're gonna ace it. With that, we're ending this video. If you like it, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. I'll see you guys very, very soon. Until then, keep sparkling and definitely keep learning.